You've probably met people who seem to operate on a completely different clock. By the time you've made your morning coffee, they've already squeezed in a workout, finished the work that really matters, and replied to every important message in their inbox. The crazy part? They don't even look stressed. They're calm, collected, and somehow still have time to enjoy their day. The productivity myth. The biggest misunderstanding about productivity is that it's about working more hours. A lot of people try to stretch their day as much as possible, piling on tasks from morning to night, believing that if they just keep moving, they'll get more done. But in reality, working more hours doesn't mean achieving more. Real productivity is about managing your energy, not just your time. Your brain doesn't stay at full power all day. It has natural highs where focus comes easily, and lows where even the smallest task feels heavy. Trying to force yourself through your most important work during one of those low points is like trying to sprint with a backpack full of bricks. You'll move slowly and you'll exhaust yourself. The people who seem to get everything done aren't working nonstop. They're simply matching the right work to the right time of day. There's a simple 3-step system that creates that hyper level of productivity. Energy mapping. This entails figuring out your brain's best hours and protecting them. Laser prioritization lets you only focus on tasks that actually matter. Focused execution knocks them out in short, powerful bursts. Sounds basic, right? Let's break it down. The first step, energy mapping. If you want to reach that hyper level of productivity, the first step is figuring out when your brain is naturally at its best. Everyone has a different rhythm. Some people think they're night owls, when in reality their peak hours are in the morning. Others feel sharp late at night but foggy before noon. The easiest way to find out your personal pattern is to track it. For 1 week, pay attention to how you feel throughout the day. Every hour or so, rate your mental energy on a simple scale from 1 to 10. By the end of the week, you'll start to notice patterns. Maybe you're crystal clear and motivated between 8 and 11 in the morning, then you dip after lunch. Maybe your focus only kicks in after dinner. Once you spot your best windows, you protect them like they're sacred. Those hours are for your most important work, the stuff that actually moves your life or career forward. Those top energy windows, that's your golden zone. You don't waste them on emails, small talk, or scrolling through your phone. Even just a couple of hours in your peak zone can produce more real progress than the rest of the day combined. Step 2. Focusing on what matters most. Knowing your best hours is only part of the equation. You also have to decide what you'll actually use them for. This is where a lot of people fall into the trap of being busy without being effective. They fill their days with low-value tasks because they feel easy and give the illusion of progress. Instead, you start each day by identifying the few things that will make the biggest difference. Imagine you could only get a handful of tasks done today. Which ones would actually move the needle? Those are the ones you do during your high-energy hours. When you work this way, you stop scattering your effort across dozens of little things and instead put it into the work that matters most. Use the Power 3 rule. Each morning, pick the 3 most impactful tasks for the day. Start with the one that makes the biggest difference if it gets done. If you finish those 3, your day's a win. Everything else can be pushed, delegated, or deleted. Step 3. Protecting your focus. Once you've chosen your most important work and scheduled it for your peak hours, you need to make sure nothing interrupts that time. Now, you've got to protect that focus, like your life depends on it. The easiest way to do this is to work in short, focused sprints with built-in breaks. Try the 52-17 method. 52 minutes of deep work on one single task. 17 minutes of full rest, move, stretch, breathe. No multitasking. No switching tabs every 5 seconds. Just one clear sprint, then recovery. 3 or 4 of these blocks can outproduce an entire normal workday. You don't jump between apps or check your phone just for a second. You train yourself to give your full attention to one thing at a time. Then, when the break comes, you step away from the desk completely. You move, stretch, grab some fresh air. This keeps your brain sharp and prevents the slow mental drain that comes from grinding endlessly without rest. When you work in these bursts, you can often achieve more in a few hours than most people do in a full day of distracted, half-engaged effort. Small tactics that multiply results. Once the core system is in place, you can add small habits that make it even more powerful. Batch similar tasks. You can group similar tasks together so you're not constantly switching between completely different kinds of work. The 2-minute rule. You can train yourself to handle anything that takes less than 2 minutes immediately, so those tiny tasks don't pile up in the background. Control your environment. You can design your environment to help you focus, keeping your phone in another room, using noise-canceling headphones, and keeping your workspace clear of clutter. Artificial deadlines. You can even give yourself shorter deadlines than you technically need. This creates a sense of urgency that forces you to focus and stops you from letting a task expand to fill the time available. These tweaks don't replace the main system, but they make it run even smoother. The foundation that makes it sustainable. Productivity isn't just about what you do during work hours. It's also about how well you recover. If you're skipping sleep, avoiding exercise, and constantly glued to your phone, you're draining the very energy you're trying to manage. The basics matter. Get enough sleep. No brain can focus without it. So, you make sure you're getting enough rest, move daily. Even short walks keep your energy up. You move your body every day, even if it's just a short walk. Eat light during work hours. Heavy meals kill focus. You eat in a way that keeps your energy steady instead of sending you into post-lunch crashes. Take digital breaks. One day a week off social media clears your mental fog, and you give yourself time away from screens, especially from social media, so your attention span doesn't shrink to the size of a goldfish. So here's your illegal productivity recipe. Work when your brain is at its peak. Focus only on your top 3 tasks. Do them in short, distraction-free sprints. Protect your energy with good habits. That's the point where productivity starts to feel illegal and you're free. Once you get there, you'll never want to go back. If this helped you, consider subscribing for more such productivity and growth hacks.